Hello again. Here we are today, summer solstice. So we come up top of an hill and get a look at view. You know, for those of you that can't get out. So hopefully you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, so we're up at the top of the coppice in Accrington, waiting for the sun to go down, but unfortunately it's really cloudy. And yeah, we was meant to start about 9 o'clock, but we had a few delays, didn't we?
Yeah, it took you a bit longer to get up there.
Yeah.
We expected it to be.
It took me a bit longer, I needed to have a lot of rest. So here we are.
But before we have a little wander back, I'll give you a look around. We were hoping it'd be near cleared, you know, watch sun go over the horizon and no big spectacular, but unfortunately it hasn't turned out like that.
No. Very foggy, but yeah, still a beautiful view.
Well, it is absolutely beautiful, isn't
It is.
it? But it is, it's starting to fog over, isn't it? You see all mist?
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera's picking up. Can you zoom in when you're on live?
I'm not sure.
You'll have to bear with us for this. This is the first time we've gone live, so yeah, it zooms in a little bit. Look. Well, that's Uncoat down there in distance. You can just make it out in background. That's Pendle over there. That's Darwin Tower. And that over there's Parley. Well, I want to just leave camera here and watch sun go down on summer solstice. Have a little wander around.
For the minute, I think we should just stand here and leave camera just going and keep panning slowly across the horizon, because we have seen quite a few birds going down.
Well, it's not exactly sunset I was hoping for, but it's still beautiful, isn't it? Hey, cheers for telling me that, Richard. I'll tell you what, I've been walking around all over the place trying to find a place where I get a good signal. I've been video calling people, you know, as a little test. But up here, I did get an alright signal. I've tried up Parlick over there. I've tried up Pendle. Up Pendle I got out. Is it unwatchable or is it watchable like? Is it clearing up or is it intermittent? What? You alright, Brenda? Oh. Well, we're hoping to do a bit of sky watching, but it is quite cloudy. But we've been summer solstice, you never know what you're going to see in Lancashire. And there's a nice bench, can be situated there like that, so jobs are good on that way. I did think it'd be dark when I looked on internet this morning. It said sun went down at 9:45. I thought that's it. Well, you do, don't you? You think sun goes down and then it goes dark. You don't think there's that half hour now in between. Are you alright, Sharon? Yeah, all good. I'm sure you can tell we've had a bit of that toffee vodka. We thought we'd celebrate summer solstice. I hope you're well. I've enjoyed reading your messages about that Merlin app. It is, it's a cracking thing, is that, isn't it? Even walking up here, I think that's what it. Dawn's legs are hurting a little bit, so that took us a little bit longer to get up than we expected, but a lot of it was stopping and having a listen what we could pick up on that mail and that.
Yeah, I did get carried away listening to it, hearing song thrushes and blackbirds and robins.
Well, that's west. That's directly where the sun should be setting, but you can't see a thing, can you? Completely gone with cloud and fog. I used to drink cider years ago, you know. I've not had a drink for a while. It's only recently we started drinking that toffee vodka. To be honest, every alcohol I taste, it tastes like aftershave to me. That toffee vodka, it's like milkshake. It is a bit dangerous, like you don't know you're drunk until you move.
No. Yeah, definitely.
I used to like a few of them dark fruit cider. I'm not so keen on cider on its own.
I like that dark fruit Koppenberg.
It always reminds me of being a teenager. You know, when you're all clubbed together, a couple of quid each, like, and you end up with a bucket full of gut rot.
Yeah, but I can only drink one.
Well, I'm not too sure. I've said I'll stand here and give you a shot at that and just let it go dark on you. And just answer your comments. I shall have a wander around and show you what's up here.
I can't see comments because I've not got my reading glasses on. You know, we're getting old.
Hey, I've got your glasses on. Yeah, look, Jordan's there.
Hiya Jordan, you alright?
If you weren't so lazy, you could have got up here. Yeah, you're right, it has. It's been hot, as. I think most of us have been enjoying the drinking, son.
What signal, right? Has anyone said it's bad signal or anything?
Jordan, can you see what crack is, or is it still intermittent? Is video alright, or should I have a wonder? Ha that away a whiz bit. Oh, sorry, Jordan, I know what I mean by that.
Yeah, you're talking Wayne and Jordanish there, expecting the world to know.
Shall you have a wander and see if I can get a better signal, or is that signal watchable? Yeah, right, Jason. Yeah, all good, Bob. Hey, cheers for them comments you left on them videos. You know, when we first started making them, they were
very helpful.
Yeah, they're helpful, them, and informative. I know we haven't been putting videos on lately, like, but to tell you the truth, those legs haven't been best, and I've been messing around with phone. I've started doing bits and bats of clips and then trying to zoom in and slow it down and all that stuff, so next canal walk it should be a bit different. Well, I can't believe how foggy it's getting. Well, how misty.
Yeah, it was showing hopes of it clearing up when
On way up here, it will clearing up, weren't it?
Yeah.
Somewhere out, it would job a good one.
Yeah.
And then we get to the top, look, and
We
look.
were getting halos through trees, weren't we, with a sunbeam, and we get, yes, it's going to clear up.
I know they were focusing thunder and lightning earlier.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a bit of lightning, that'd be great to see, wouldn't it? Summer solstice now, a load of lightning, or top of Pendle out. 7 lights Pendle out, and they keep pointing near all.
Yeah, it's just disappeared on us right now. I love Pendle Hill. We'll go up there again soon.
Yeah,
Just,
hopefully.
I'm not ready for it yet. Oh wow, did you see them swifts?
Oh, camera pick that up, because that look like it comes straight at it.
Oh, well cool.
Come on, Jordan. On your also go for a little walk and all. After you've been, you can't just sit down for 2-3 days and then if you stop every time you ache, you'll never get nowhere. post 8, that shows what you did the day before was working. What do you think, so? Shall we have a walk up there? Shall we just keep facing over the top of Penlower?
If it's a good signal now,
That's it.
we're best off not risking it.
You see, we're not going live before. I don't know what track is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I start moving. Is it going to go over Keep Inch or is it? You know what I mean?
It may do, but it has clouded over. That can affect the signal too.
Yeah, your cousin's right, Sharon. You can't beat Pendle. It's absolutely brilliant. I hope one day you do get there and have a wander around it. Like, it's a magical place.
But even if you don't climb Pendle Hill, Borley's a beautiful place. Just look at Pendle Hill. There's loads of scenery.
Yeah, just
around
having a
there.
walk around Barley itself, around flats. Like just walking out Ogden Reservoir up into Acking Wood. There ain't much of an incline, like. And once you get to Acking Wood, I'll be honest with you, from gate up to the top,
It's a struggle.
it is. It's a pain in the ass. It takes you there to
Language.
surface swearing. It does. It takes you there to my legs. But once you get to the top, it's pretty much flat. Unless you go off track. But if you stay on track, it is. It's a great place. Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I have to always buy the eggs when
Every
they've
time I
got
pass that
them.
on the shop,
Yeah.
you always take a few, don't you? There's not many places left you can find an honest shop, eh?
Yeah.
It does give you a little buzz when you see it, don't it?
It does.
A bit of faith in humanity, right? Look at Jordan, look. He says he couldn't walk after walk over there.
Oh, George, you should have taken a long hot soak in the bath with some Epsom salts.
Come on, man. It's in your head. You know,
You
like
can
yourself.
do it.
Every single out I've took you on, every single walk we've been on, if I'd have told you where we were going or what we were doing, you'd have said you couldn't have done it. That's why I don't tell you.
What's
How many times have you surprised yourself? How many times have you looked back and gone, I can't believe I've done that. Oh, I can't believe I've walked that far. You said you couldn't walk a mile. We've never been in any yet pubs, you know. I've always fancied having a bit of a wander over. You know, we're driving over. I know if I go into a pub, like I know, I probably would have a couple of drinks and then we'd have to wander around for 6 or 7 hours until I sober back up again.
the food smells pretty good though, right past.
I
I
found-
always say that don't know, something smells good.
Every time I walk past some off that menu, and I always see that, what is it, 60-ounce steak or 70-ounce steak.
Yeah, one of them had a steak, weren't it?
Yeah, every time I walk past I think, I could just devour one of them.
What do I say? There's no chance of doing Pendle if we're going in there.
There's no point walking up and down there, like. Try and
Yeah.
get yourself a bit healthier, but burn some calories.
Well, we have got a camping trip planned over there at some point. We'll probably try and pubs then.
Oh, I can't wait. Jordan says Barley kills nice, man.
Well, it would if you could see it now.
Honestly, Sharon, it ain't bad. I know on videos, you look at him and you think, gosh, look at it, looks like something Arctic or something, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But inch no, it was a bit daft like it was a bit crazy to
Yeah,
wasn't
all honestly, that were a bit of a dumb move, really, but
Yeah.
we were lucky.
But we learnt from it, didn't we?
Yeah,
We weren't lucky. We've got some type of knowledge.
Yeah.
We've got enough to survive and not die, haven't we?
we were
But
lucky.
When we went up in that snow, we weren't prepared. That could
Well-
have been dangerous, especially when I fell down that hole. They were in my rucksack to stop me falling down.
Yeah, and I had Doc Martin boots on with
Yeah.
holes in. Yeah, that weren't a good move, but
When we crossed all that river and went up that waterway, it was frozen. I don't know how we climbed up that.
yeah.
Spider-Man would have slipped.
Yeah, a lot of it that we didn't film, yeah, it was crazy and dangerous, but we'd hit the point of no return by then.
Oh.
And we had to charge his phones and torches on power bank and walk in pitch black, so we couldn't film so much.
Well, we had a couple of torches, didn't we? But we borrowed them off Jordan. It was like a last
Right, we're
minute
off
thing.
Michelle.
And then we borrowed a couple off Michelle, but they
Yeah.
were only like small ones. But she told us they were fully charged. But then when we got halfway up there, they both went black on us. Jordan's torch, you'd have been better off with a candle.
Yeah,
So we ended up using
phone
torches on his
torches
phone, didn't
and charging others on power bank.
getting up there. None of us had been up there before, so all we were doing was following what we thought were tracks. It turned out they were waterways and
Yeah.
runoffs and all sorts, weren't they? It was a proper
Now
adventure.
and again we'd see a summit stone or a snow-covered footpath sign. It's like, yep, we're going right way.
How about
Yeah.
but we got to the top, didn't we? It might have took us about 7 hours to swim, but
We
we
were
got there.
about 10,
But I know it was a long time.
because we set off in morning and we didn't get there till about midnight.
It was brilliant though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we got to the top, I felt like I walked across Arctic or something.
Mhm.
You'd have never felt we'd have done that before.
Yeah. I'll do it again this year, but I'll be more prepared. It were them heat pads that
Oh,
were live.
fire.
over.
I
What's
can't
that?
believe I've just read that. £18 for a pie.
Where's that at?
For £18 it better come round and tidy up. £18 for a pie? What's in it?
Is that in Barley?
Yeah, she says, it's a really nice pub. Food will good that. Right, but £18 a pie should be. Steve has been up a few times, but not sure I'd managed now.
Hey, Wayne,
You did brilliant. Hey, cheers, Sharon. Appreciate that.
I'm cheap. You can have noodles before you go up pub.
That's it. I'd be happy with a flask of beans. £18 for a pie.
Well, it's better than £10 for a cheese butty like at Gamecock in Harwood when we were on that
I couldn't believe
viaduct.
that. What, that ploughman's lunch?
Yeah.
Ploughman's lunch. I'm not kidding. They gave me 5 boiled potatoes.
No, they were roast potatoes.
Oh, yeah, they weren't even new potatoes, were they?
No, you were meant to get chips
They were
in a
roast potatoes. I
sauce.
think they come from the day before.
Yeah.
You could have broke a car window with them. Well, what you're planning, Sharon? Do you think you'll ever get up it one day? Is that what you're aiming towards? You? I know from your messages, like it seems like you're into a bit of witchy stuff yourself.
Yeah. The way we go up Pendle Hill, it's a lot longer, but it's a lot less slopey.
Yeah.
Except for one bit. That's like climbing a mountain for about, what, 30, 40 feet?
Yeah, there is a pretty rough bit.
Yeah.
When you cross over the river, it is a bit of a steep incline, but if you've got somebody with you who's a bit able-bodied, like, you know, if you just break it into 3 or 4 different bits, even sit down and just look around for 5-10 minutes and then do it again, look around for 5-10 minutes, it don't matter how long it takes you.
Yeah, it
Once you get to the top,
took me nearly an hour just to get up that little bit because I kept having to sit down every couple of footsteps, didn't I?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
having you pulling me up.
but once you get to the top and you get to where trig point is, if you
Yeah,
go
it
to the
says
right hand
somewhere.
side at trig point and you just look over, you can sit there, you'll be there all day, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
But be careful coming down because them stone steps, it's meant to be easy route down, but
It's
that's what
not.
it says, it's not, it's dangerous.
You saved me, didn't you?
Them stone stairs, there's some of them, there's like 200-foot drops at the other side. If you slip and no one's there to grab you, like, you end up in a bad way.
Yeah.
Try and stay on the right hand side at stairs.
Because I got one of my sticks stuck, didn't I? And fell over.
When you fell forward, yeah, if I hadn't grabbed your leg, you'd have gone head first 200
yeah.
foot down.
Yeah.
I reckon you'd have hit terminal velocity before you'd have stopped. You'd have brought your bloody neck.
I'd have been a giant snowball by the time I got to the bottom anyhow.
You'd have gathered some speed, wouldn't you, eh?
Yeah. I've currently got that app running and it's picked up songbird, blackbird and robin.
I've been looking around, I've been seeing ducks,
Yeah.
robins. I'm not sure if I seen a buzzard earlier. I couldn't make my mind up if it was a seagull or a buzzard because all I could see was silhouette in the sky. Like. Hey, I'm glad you downloaded that app, Sam. Isn't it interesting how many birds are just in your backyard? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it, aren't I?
I've been picking up parakeets, songbirds. I even got a kingfisher and a buzzard the other night.
Yeah, and what did we spend ages looking for?
Oh, a bloody woodpecker. I'm not. Well, I almost swore then. I'm not kidding you. A woodpecker sat right on my back wall. He came up on that woodpecker. I thought, no way. One set back window, open window. It's just sat on back wall over at church. Only there for about 10 seconds and then it flew off. It's amazing some of the birds around Lancashire. Yeah, it is. It's brilliant up Pendle, isn't it? I've got to admit, I've climbed up it a few times now, and it's been fun every single time. But best time I went up it were in snow. I'm hoping to repeat that in future. Like. But if I never do it again, I'll be able to look back at that video. I know I didn't record everything, but when you look back at video, it sets off little memories in your head, doesn't it? Yeah. I can remember that walk from getting out to the car to getting back to it.
Which one was that?
Going up Pendle. Jason Rigby just said he went up Pendle and that.
That one where we found foxes, well, I enjoyed that. But I weren't drinking from that one.
Yeah, I remember seeing you over there with Mick McCram and that. I like meeting him. He's a good fellow. He's a top bloke. There's no trickery, no fakery. He's exactly the same as me. He just goes for a wander and shows you what he sees. He lets you make your own mind up. You're meant to chant. Before we started documenting and having a wander about and that, we did watch a few channels and a few videos, and it was all fake as. And as soon as you see a bin bag in a tree and you all scream and run off, it puts you off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as I met him, I could tell he was a good, honest, genuine bloke. Same with Skywatcher Mick. He's exactly the same. No trickery.
Skywatch Explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly
the same. If he sees something, he'll show you. He'll not tell you what it is or try and influence you out like that. He just lets you make your own mind up. But it's crazy some of the stuff we've been finding since Christmas. I still think one of the daftest things we found was that electrified cage, but it turned out it was for pheasants.
Yeah.
But I'm still not having it.
I think it was for pheasants, but still suspect for something else.
It was used for pheasants, but
Only
when it was used for pheasants, it must have had a different type of shelter in it than what were in it. That one that were in it'd have been no good for pheasants.
Yeah. But we did find some shotgun shells.
Yeah, shotgun shells all over the place up there, isn't it?
Yeah, so it does coincide with pheasants. But what I don't understand is, it's meant to be rife with foxes. Have you ever seen a live fox?
I've not seen a fox, I've not seen a badger, I'm dying to.
Yeah.
We did make ourselves a member of that RSPB over there. Well, tell you the truth, I can't believe how cheap it was. It only works out like $5 a month, and that's about 2 on it. And the amount of places that lets you in for nothing through having membership, there's a few of them. It costs you like 20 quid each to get in.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Leighton
Moss.
Yeah, Leighton Moss, and it's RSPB.
Yeah. It's like a 10-20 quid each to get in there. But if you make yourself a member of that place, $5 a month, you can't go on.
No, you can't.
It pays for itself, doesn't it?
It does.
And I were excited when they sent me a little magazine, like I'm getting well into the birds now.
Yeah, you were. And you put your car sticker on.
Oh yeah, you get a little sticker. I were hoping for a pin badge or something, if I'm honest, but I didn't get one. But I've settled for a car sticker.
Yeah, it's just the birds.
Whereabouts in Chorley are you showing? I used to do bins in Chorley years ago, before I got into security and that. I did about 6 months as a binman in Chorley.
Believe it or not, it's just picked up a common reed bunting.
I didn't even hear it.
No.
Some of the birds up here, it's unbelievable. Especially the ones that's on the red list.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's just picked up a common reed bunting. That's crazy. As if they've got them on top at Coppice in Accrington.
I don't know. I can't believe we've got parakeets in Uncourt.
Oh.
Or kingfishers. It just goes to show. When you're walking around towns and streets and doing your shopping and stuff like that and going back and forth to work, you really don't think you're in a rural place. You get up to one of our points and have a look around and you just see up fields and green. Well, I don't know if I should ask you about them or not, shall we? That could be taking an handful of ways, that. Now, you know I'm playing. I'm sure you get me sense of humour being like that. You don't mind me asking, what's our experience?
Jordan says do a 360.
Well, there you go, Jordan. I'll give you a 360 ml. I'm not sure if you recognise where we are. Well, there's one thing that'll make you happy. Look, there's a bench over there, so you can have a sit there for 10 minutes. Convince yourself you were dying. I don't know if I can zoom in on this or what. Look how misty it's getting down there. It's definitely in the sunset I'm hoping by.
No, it isn't. It's
Summer solstice, you know what I mean? Big deal. Have a little drink. Celebrate it coming in.
yeah.
And look what we get looking like, Lancashire.
Celebrate the end of spring harvest and fetching somewhere.
Well, you know
the
that.
proper pagan way.
I'll tell you the truth. This is first spring. I'm ever going to miss it. You just think it every day. You know, tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day. You don't think spring's going, summer's coming.
When?
After summer, you know it's coming, autumn's coming,
Right.
then winter's here again.
Listen, you got obsessed with winter, how the trees looked and how everything looked dead, yeah? And then the new life, guess what? It's going to continue into some better, brighter stuff that you're going to open your eyes and notice.
If I'm honest, I've been thinking about all these little birds I've been getting into and learning about and that. I can't believe it's only a matter of a few weeks and they're flying all the way to Africa. Most of them don't weigh as much as a £2 coin. I'm hoping to, Jason, yeah. But to be honest with you, I have been walking for a long time, like you know. I've used it to clear my head for years. But I've been documenting them. Since Christmas we've been documenting them, having a bit of a walk about, but I am hoping to get a bit more into strange phenomena and back onto big cats.
Well,
but nature's overtook me. This spring's been unbelievable for me. I've learned all sorts. It's like I've been wandering about with blinkers on. I've always had a look, acknowledged it, never ever thought about it. Now I've took time to actually sit back and think about it. It's hit me like a ton of bricks. Instead of just looking at a tree, now I'm looking at why it's there, what it's sustaining, what could it be housing, what's living in it, where they're gonna go, where they're coming from. It's unbelievable. Yeah, but I am hoping to do a few more big cat videos.
Yeah, we
I fancy
still
going
look
back
out
up
for signs.
and having a look about. But everywhere I go, I am keeping my eyes out.
Yeah, we still look around and like we see well, we don't see any scratch trees, just mainly rubbing trees. But
I think last scratching tree we found were
Aslingdon, and
then
then
Aslingdon Skywatcher, weren't it, mate?
Yeah, and Roddles
That,
were
that was unmistakable. A dog couldn't have done that.
no,
There's no way. That were a cat and outhouse and it weren't a small cat.
yeah, and Roddles were Woods with Mick
McLaren.
McLaren.
Yeah, I found another one there.
Yeah. But yeah, we're still always on the lookout and we still check sites and
I'm looking forward to footage for that.
We've
'Cause I
not
did put the
heard-
trail cam
yeah.
up and I haven't been back since, and that
We've-
was a good month ago.
we've not heard of any recent sightings around us as present, have we?
The amount of people I meet when I'm wandering about and having a little talk to them, and they all tell me, you know, about their experiences in encounters, the amount of people that's actually seen big black cats, it's unbelievable. But nobody ever talks about it. And when you do, everybody ends up thinking you're a wackadoodle.
Yeah. Sharon. That sounds freaky.
It was a black shadow at the side of the road, but it would disappear when we got close.
Yeah.
See, when we lived in that house on Norfolk Grove, that's exactly what.
Yeah, we
See,
had a black
If
figure.
anyone used to talk to me about ghosts or out, I'm always the ultimate skeptic. I was like, there's no chance. There's no way there's ghosts. But we've been together a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
We moved into an house on Norfolk Grove in Church, and it was unbelievable. There was a shadow that used to come down top of hallway, and it used to come out to the bathroom, didn't it, and fly right down hallway stairs. And
Yeah.
you'd feel it go through you, and it was blacker than
Then
dark.
black.
Yeah.
It was creepy as.
The only way you could see it were blacker than dark, weren't it?
It was, yeah.
But you definitely see it move.
And then you turn light on it, it'd be gone. Every day, every night, it used to rush at you until you got to that light switch.
I have had 2 paranormal experiences myself, and up until then, I was like, there's no way there's ghosts. But both of them's been like, hand in front of my face, inconclusive. Couldn't have been no doubt. So ever since then, I have been a bit more interested in it. Oh, she's just put that sounds scary as. It
Yeah.
were. It were even worse when it started tormenting kids like we ended up having to move. I kid you not, I ended up getting the vicar round to that house, and he actually told me, well, when I went in to talk to him, I told him, you know, I'm not a religious man, but I ain't a lunatic, I'm not cracking up. There's things that's happening in my house, and I'd like to talk to you about them. And when I told him my street name, he told me my house number. He said he'd been there 3 times before for the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, there was a cloak figure that used to appear in his youngest 2 boys' room, and it was cloaked and had a box of
Yeah, he
spiders.
used to scream with a box of spiders,
He
didn't
used to open the box and spiders would rush out and then kids would scream. We thought it were nightmares or Scooby-Doo. It was only until they were both screaming the same thing together, both adamant they'd seen it. It was like, whoa, we need to do something.
It went on for a good few weeks, and I kept thinking, nah, they've seen it on a Scooby-Doo. They've watched it on a cartoon, because it were never both of them at the same time, and my youngest 2 did share a bedroom at the same time. But one time they started screaming, and I ran into the bedroom, and they were both wide awake, pointing in the same corner, telling me there were blokes stood there in a nod with a box of spiders. I couldn't see nothing, but they were petrified, and they were both pointing at exactly the same thing, and they were adamant. How old were they? About 5, 6?
Yeah, 5 and 6.
They were old enough to be able to see something and tell me what were there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were old enough to tell us what they were seeing.
For about 3 weeks after that, we all slept in the same room.
Jordan says he don't recognise where we are, but God, you were thinking of him with bench. I'm always pointing benches out on walks away, and like lots of benches for Jordan here.
Every time we go for one, that's all Dawn says. Oh, we can come here with Jordan, look, there's somewhere you can sit down. You need to stop sitting down as much and pushing yourself a little. Just that little bit more. Don't take that as a negative, because you're doing brilliant.
Sharon says it sounds like East Drive. You know what that word, don't you? The Conjuring.
I tell you what, I think if I'd have stayed there much longer, it would have been. But I've always fancied going and banging on the door and asking people that live there now, you know, if they've experienced anything. But how do you start that conversation? You know what I mean?
Yeah, alright, we used to live here, without creepy going on.
That's it.
Yeah, you can't really exactly do that, can you?
Remember when I went into the kitchen and all doors open and all kids' pictures that they drawn from school,
Yeah, they
all
just
lifted
fell.
up and just fell at the same time?
Yeah.
There's not many things I'm scared of that, but I'd only have fainted. How can you not recognise where we are, Jordan?
We're looking directly down on Huncourt, but it
Them
is
houses
very,
down there,
very
that's
foggy
Huncourt.
at the moment.
Yeah, it is, it's all fogged up. Well, that greenery you can see over there, that's a graveyard in church and stuff. I think once it gets a bit dark, well, I'm not sure how long we can do these lives for, how long my battery's going to last the night. But I fetched a couple of power banks for me just in case. I'm regretting only fetching 2 bottles of toffee vodka, to be honest. I think I should have got 5. We kept saying we were going to go live for a long time. But we thought with summer solstice we would do. You know how much goes into it, witchy pig and stuff like that. I mean, if I turn around there and face this camera there, there's not one of you that'd be surprised if you were sat there and a witch is that putting some type of offering on the floor, would you? Let's look at clouds. Absolutely beautiful, aren't they?
They are.
Jason says he's seen ghosts. Look, I've seen ghosts left in front room, leaving my parents sat watching TV. I went outside and looked back into the front room. Mum and father still sat there, plus my mother's grandparents. I don't know what that has done.
Yeah, that sounds really, really scary.
My mum died when I was young, when I was about 10. When I was about 11, 12 or something. I'm sure I seen her at the end of my bed. But because of we being a kid, I felt it, you know what I mean? I put it down to dreams. And I've never experienced no house until I moved into that house with you on Norfolk Road.
Yeah.
But after that, it's inconclusive. There has to be ghosts. I don't know how
Yeah.
it works. I don't know if they know what they're doing, if they've got thoughts or whatever. But there's definitely ghosts.
There's
I haven't got the
definitely
foggiest
something.
how it works like.
I don't know what there is, but there's definitely something.
You could just see a big cat, couldn't you? Coming out at bushes at grass out.
Yeah, but
imagine how brilliant that'd be.
It would be, but I don't think we'd pick it up because it looks very dark in bottom half that camera at my net.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have some type of filter on my camera where it's meant to look whiter on screen than what it actually is.
Yeah,
You know,
but,
that super bright or whatever. I forget on what crack were we Harry that put it on for me.
but I don't know what
But
these things do.
I'm looking down there now over the horizon, and then I'm looking at phone, and the phone looks a lot darker than what I'm seeing. It's supposed to be the other way around. I'm not sure what these. I'm getting about 5 or 6 buttons outside at phone here. I'm not sure what one of them does. I don't want to start pressing stuff in case it blows things up.
Have a go.
You have a go. I'll look for the torch.
No. Yeah, I always feel weird things around me as well. Sharon says there's definitely something. She's always had very odd experiences. My family think I'm weird and laugh. Yeah, I've always
Must have been the same with yours, isn't it? You're a bit of a black sheep at family.
Yeah, I have weird experiences and feel things.
You, your mum and your grandma were like power of Fleet. You were Fleet witches, weren't you?
You used to say that, didn't you?
Well, your grandma threatened to turn me into a toad.
My mum's
Your mum's
threatened
threatened to turn me into a toad. And the amount of times you've pointed that witchy finger at people and they fell off the skateboards, they fell off the bike, and slipped off pavement, it's too many times to be a coincidence.
It's a coincidence. Yeah, I pointed my finger at someone once and they fell off the bike. Yeah, and okay, I've done it a few times, but it's just
more
still
than a few.
Right, still coincidence.
They won't stand up in court anyway, we'll put it that way.
getting very dark now, isn't it?
I'm still thinking about Jason Bigby's comment.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Phew.
I tell you what, I think I'd still be recovering.
I don't know. I don't think it would be so bad if it were your grandparents there, but if it were like
See, I felt that.
random strangers.
But when I clocked my
You-
ma when I was a kid, I tell you what, you think, oh, you know what I mean, it's your ma, you're not going to be scared. Scare me to death.
Yeah.
It'd have helped if she'd have said something, but she didn't. She just turned around and looked at me. If she'd have said something, a smile, a change her expression, something, it might not have been as bad, but it did. It scared me to death for decades. You know,
We'll have to have a look at that up. We'll have to look that up and have a watch of it.
that's piqued my interest, eh?
Yeah.
Definitely. Cheers, Sharon.
We are hoping to get to Rivington Reservoir soon, aren't we?
Yeah, it's one of them that's on this list, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I won't feel like I'm cheating on Stocks Reservoir.
Thing is, we said we'll walk around all these places. We can't make plans because we never know. To be honest, we never know if Don's going to be able to do it. It ain't just your legs if your anxiety plays up if there's too many people about.
Yeah.
There's all sorts that could happen up there, ain't there? But we have been saying we're going to keep going to all these different places and have a wander around, and we've made ourselves members of these places, so we're going to start taking advantage of them, aren't we?
Yeah.
That headless cross has piqued me interest. I fancy a look at that.
Yeah. Well, look.
But I watched a few of that Mick McClammon's videos. That's why I sent him that message. But I sent him a message asking me if they could show me where he had them experiences of work, people with campers and that. And
Yeah.
I wandered around the woods myself, and you could feel
I
it, couldn't
could
you?
feel it.
One side of the woods is pitch black.
Well,
It looks like something else at Blair Witch. And 3 metres away from it, on the left hand side, everything's lush and green and full of spring.
Well, what did I say? Way before Mick
I wanted to
told
pitch a
us.
tent and stay there. I didn't want to
Yeah.
go home.
But way before that, Mick McLaren turned around and said to you about this is where it is. I went, Wayne, I feel something freaky here. You know, when I whispered it to you. And then Mick McLaren started like about 50 odd metres in front, you know, started telling us about it. Yeah, so weird.
Yeah. Oh, you'll love it. They're so very low at the moment. I understand that as I can never make plans. It's frustrating. Oh, it is, isn't it? It's a nightmare. I can't understand why they don't teach people at school. The amount of women that have it and people don't know, it's unbelievable. People just think they're hypochondriacs, or they just have to sympathy or stuff like that.
Fibromyalgia.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
a nightmare, absolute nightmare.
There's no triggers or anything. It just happens.
I mean, what did you go through first before you got diagnosed? If you want to meet that doctor,
Yeah.
you'd still be in the same boat. I mean,
Well, she
we had to graduate.
She diagnosed everything with it. She went, let me look through your notes because I've seen you
Yeah.
a few times. And she came back on next consultation. Didn't she diagnose me with the HS, the fibromyalgia, the lymphedema?
But I bet it's in 8 and 9 previously, aren't you?
Yeah.
And all they did is palm me off with a handful of painkillers, or look at you and think you were just after some codeine or something like that. You weren't one of you took you seriously until you met that doctor, and she actually
She looked back in my notes.
she
at all
took time to have
different
a look
doctors.
and go, no, this ain't mate, you know what I mean? And she diagnosed you with what you had. It
Yeah.
was brilliant. How much of a relief was that for you?
Well,
Because you were thinking, am I lazy? Is it because of my weight? Am I just born idle? What's going on?
and then
I'm resting, I'm exercising, I'm eating good foods. And now we're open, weren't it?
no. But it did move me forward to different clinics, like the dermatology for the HS and the pain clinic for fibromyalgia.
Yeah. Sure, a godsend, that woman. What was she called there? Dr. Atkin, right?
No, Dr. Duffy and
Dr. Duffy and Dr. Atkin. Yeah,
yeah.
we're very nice people. Forever grateful. I didn't like it when I used to have to inject you with that rat DNA in stomach though. I didn't like
My
that one bit.
immune percent. What? My stomach,
Yeah.
yeah. When you injected me in my stomach every week, you know, you didn't like that.
I know you used to say it didn't hurt like, but every time it left the little blues, it used to make me feel bad.
Yeah. Well, it didn't hurt.
It's lymphedema. Sharon's got, isn't it? HS. Fibromyalgia. It's fibromyalgia, isn't it?
Just let it fly.
Well,
Just let it fly.
well, don't go down on me on this first live, what? I can't. What's that fly? Well, I mean, reach in your mouth.
Oh.
It were a small one, that.
Yeah, don't start with the I used to know. I knew an old woman who had to fly.
That's
I don't
it.
know why.
Full of protein. Go for it.
Yeah.
Told you you were a witch. That was your familiar coming back.
Must have been.
Well, this definitely ain't gone to plan, has it?
No, it definitely hasn't gone to plan with the.
I mean, how many times have we gone
Sunset.
for walks at night time? I honestly just thought, yeah, sun goes down, it goes
Yeah.
dark. I didn't think it'd stay like this for an hour afterwards.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be pitch black, but I was a bit of a wonder about it once.
Yeah, but a massive thank you to everyone who's joined live. I'm sorry it wasn't the sunset we was expecting, but it's been good to know that this is a possibility for more live locations on a good clear sunset night, just for the sake of it.
I am tempted just to have a bit of a wander around it, you know, like that circuit to see if it does keep a signal. I'm a bit curious whether it'll do that or not. But we've been on it now for 47 minutes. I don't know whether we should keep it on or what.
Well, we did say that we're gonna stay on about an hour, didn't we? Yeah.
What do you
'Cause-
think? Should we have a wander up and down, pal? See if it keeps the signal.
Yeah, you can. Have the editor, because I don't
Well, I
think.
don't know though, because I know there's only 5 or 6 people in the room at the minute, but if they've all sat
7.
here to watch view and watch it go dark, then at the end of it, if I just pick camera up and go wandering off, I don't want them thinking, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I were hoping it'd be pitch black now and we'd be doing sky watching.
Is that the reservoirs?
What's that, love?
The reservoirs are so low. Because we're on about.
Oh, going out to Bivington.
Yeah.
No, you've managed to walk around that one that stops reservoir. You can leave that there and start going to new
Yeah.
ones, can't you?
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
It's another area. Aye, it does, it sounds it. I love places like that, mate. You know when most folk get that thing up the back and they think, no, I'm not going down there. That's the bit that makes me go forwards.
Yeah, I'm getting over. We shouldn't be in here. No.
Well, I'm hoping camera picked that up. I don't know if any of you seen it, but they were back. Those just went past the camera. Yeah, Jason, look. Yeah, I looked back through the window to the front room. See, second time I seen a ghost, it was through the window, weren't it?
It was.
And my parents were there. Whoa. What happened to you, Jason, if you don't mind me asking him? Did you go cowdy? You see, first time I seen a ghost, I did. I was only a kid, I did. I put blankets over me head and screamed like a banshee. Yelled for my father. But the second time I seen a ghost, I were taking firstborn's pram up into his bedroom.
Yeah.
I was looking out his back window into the backyard to check on my dog, As I looked through the window, I seen a reflection, you know, behind me, a bit of movement, something drew me out. So I turned round. I'm not kidding you, there's an old fella stood behind me. I could see through him, it was like a negative photo. And as my eyes focused and I looked at him, he just put his head forward and went, "Ugh." I damn near fainted. I was too scared to run. I felt if I run, it's gonna chase me. So I just turned round and I just walked off downstairs as calm as I could. And as soon as Dawn seen me, she knew exactly what I'd seen, didn't you?
Yeah, I went, what did you see it? I went, what did it do? I went, it's a sign, it's warning you. And what happened day after?
Yeah, the day after the roof fell in, didn't it?
Yep,
All over it, prom.
all over the pram.
It's important that showing supportive husband.
Yeah, definitely. I won't know where I'd be without Wayne.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. It don't get talked about, don't that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare, to be honest. You never know what you're doing, do you?
Alright, Jordan, we'll do a sunrise when you come with us.
Yeah. When you get
You're
up at 4
ready.
in the morning, Jordan,
Yeah,
and come and knock on my door, I'll come and do a sunrise with
yeah,
you.
you're ready, you're coming.
Oh, Sharon, so that's not. Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I got a shot of a vertibird on canal over there, a yellow wagtail. And I've been messing around with editing and stuff. I've tried to zoom in and catch it moving about, so I'm hoping on Monday it is going to be a bit of a different video, because I don't usually do that. We usually just film, edit material that came with phone, like I just usually use that, but this time I've been messing about with it.
Yeah.
So I have got a few good shots. So
You've been
if you let me know what you think of them, it'll be brilliant.
You've been trying to get Swifts for ages, haven't you? Yeah, it's like it's...
Yeah. Them Swifts are hard to get with speed they move at.
Jason says it's going back to winter from now.
See, I said same to you earlier, didn't I?
Summer's coming first, and then
Yeah, but
autumn.
summer, everything's going to get hot.
Oh.
Everything crisps up, everything dries up. All nice stuff you've been watching at spring, it all flies back off to Africa.
Yeah,
And then you've got autumn, everything starts. See, I used to love autumn, I used to love the cold, I used to love the snow. But this spring's been absolutely great.
Yeah.
And you having your operation and Sharon sending that message about, what's it called? Live Watch, Country Watch.
It's Spring Watch.
Spring Watch, that's it. Absolutely brilliant. It's kicked off some real stuff in my head. Things I forgot about since I was a kid. I mean, even Titan bought me a book. I've been learning about birds,
for
fish,
Father's Day.
trees, leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a Wildlife Father's Day this year, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was good. I'll stay at yours, Jordan says. I'd let you stay at mine, but last time I did, there was nobody slept in the house and no one slept next door or three doors up. How you can snore like that's unbelievable, man.
Jordan sleep at ours.
Yeah, that's what he just put it in message. I'll sleep at yours.
Nah.
Last time I went to Mont Settee, I don't think anybody slept for a
It
week.
sounds like we've got a monster in the house.
It reminds me
No
of,
offence, Jordan.
it reminds me of that film, that little Nicky. You know when he's asleep and it sounds like devil.
The dog.
Yeah. He sounds exactly like that, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what we're going on.
Yeah, you're
down
right,
there,
Sharon.
but
That Spring Watch, it is. It's brilliant.
You've been watching.
I know a lot of you probably ain't gonna believe me like, but we didn't watch that until you told us, you know, what's done, had an operation. And I was watching some things and I was looking at it and they were filming same stuff we were at the same time talking about same stuff.
Yeah, similar stuff. It was like, well, we've just spoke about that on last video.
A few of them, I thought people's going to think we're just watching this and then copying it, like, because it was around the same time, weren't it?
It were.
Yeah, them,
Yellow wagtails, yeah, we got one of them other day.
yeah, they're brilliant. Down at side at Canal where we just went down for a little wander. We were going to do a bit of a video, but we didn't end up doing. We just seen a path we hadn't explored and just wandered down it, and it led us back onto the canal. It was a great shot of it, weren't it?
It was.
The amount of birds that's found here that's on that bed list is unreal. Especially at ground nesters.
Yeah, they're going to remove Uncourt Power Station soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we went there over there to try and get a shot in Uncourt Power Station. I know it's trespass, but way I figure it's only trespass till somebody asks me to leave. So if there's an all-in fence so I can get in without damaging out or causing it any disruption out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll climb in. But I managed to get Flute hole, but when we tried to get Geordie Flute hole,
Pooh Bird.
he ended up getting stuck like Pooh Bird, eh?
Yeah.
There was no way we get through that hole. So we ended up just having a bit of a wander down path. But I did get some good shots at Canal and some at nature I got. I am looking forward to you seeing it on Monday. Cheers, Sharon. It's nice of you to say that, because to be honest, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing.
We just.
I've walked
documenting
around
what
for
we
years,
see.
but I wandered about with blinkers on. I've not, you know, Dawn's pointed stuff out to me. It's been, yeah. So
Yeah, it's a
a bit
bird.
of grass. I've seen that. Ah, it's a bird. I've seen that. But now I've actually started taking time to think, what's it doing here? Where does it live? Where does
Oh.
it come from? It's opened up all sorts.
What task did I make you promise to do when you went out on that walk?
I'm wondering about trying to fix your mental health, right?
Yeah, but what?
Mine's improved tenfold just by doing it with you.
You know, when I was recovering, and I told you to go out, and I said before you start filming, sit there. And what task did I give you to do? The listening and seeing
Yeah, and smelling.
and smelling and touching and watching.
It just sounds stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just take time, sit down and smell. You end up smelling all sorts.
And did it help you?
Well, Jordan, a lot of these times where we're wandering about and I keep saying to you, I can smell something dead. I found out the other night, it turns out there's a plant, it smells just like it smells exactly the same as rotting meat. And when it does, it attracts flies. And that's why it smells like it does. And once flies fly into it, it looks like duckweed with a leaf wrap around it. But once the flies go into it, leaf wrap around it, and it just sits in there and digests them. So a lot of these times where we keep saying we can smell dead stuff, and we're wandering about trying to find it, that's probably what it is. It'll be these plants. Jason, them cows are an absolute nightmare.
The evil.
The amount of times I've had to jump in front of them to stop them trying to trample Dawn's unbelievable.
The evil.
We wander out countryside, we wander out moors, we wander all over the place. Cows come up to us and Dawn strokes them, you know, they put their heads down. We sit there and eat his butties and they lick it back in my head. But them cows in that field, there's something wrong with them. It's like it's a boarding school for antisocial cows. Now, cheers, Sharon. It's appreciated, that love. I don't know whether to put torch on or what.
Well, yeah, because it's got.
Is it still a nice view, that? Because from what we can see on camera, I'm just looking at a black thing with a bit of cloud in distance. Can you still see some detail there? Would you like me to have a little wander up and down this path or what? Be nice of Sharon to say that, wouldn't it?
It is.
See, when I first started wandering about, I was trying to get shots at big cats and big animals and stuff. You start thinking like that, don't you? But then you start looking at birds and insects and smaller stuff. It's unreal. Keep the list goes on.
Sharon says there's plenty of details.
Oh, spot on.
It could.
I'm hoping we get a shooting star or something. You know, something.
Yeah, it's really, really cloudy.
Witchy or druidy. It's summer solstice, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not going to get anything, are we?
It's not looking that way, is it now?
try and put that down there, see if that works.
That's probably just scared everybody to bloody death. I've just flipped camera around, but I thought there'd be a bit more light behind me than what there is.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming with us and having a look around and celebrating solstice with us.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us live. Thanks for all messages and comments. It's been nice chatting to you all, and we hope to do it again soon. Hopefully we'll find a clean out and spontaneously just come up and film the sunset.
Yeah, we might start making a bit more of a thing about these going lives.
Yeah, let us know if you'd want us to do more lives.
So thanks very much for your time, and hopefully you'll all have a good night.
Right, thank you.
Bye. Right, how do I stop this now?
I don't know.